Bang! Neeves Knives, I'm Jared, and today we have the Dirty Bird from Ketuo. Again, man, these guys, Ketuo is killing it. These are insane. They are so cool, and I love the idea they went behind with this locking system. And yes, both the handles are a mirror polished anodized handle, which has a Damascus collar around the button area and a secondary lock. Now, there's something really cool about this secondary lock I'm going to show you guys, and about this backspacer I'm going to show you guys. And we're going to get right to it here in 1 second. I just want you to see the card so you can see exactly the materials and everything. It is an M390 blade, all titanium handle, and this is called the pivot. Ceramic ball bearings. They're just calling it a regular button lock, but it's not a button lock. It is a liner lock with a button attached. You can see it right there. So you're getting the strength of a liner lock with the button and the detent of a liner lock, which is really cool because this is solid. But check this out. You push this button up on this model, and this button is not depressing whatsoever. This is one time when the secondary safety lock is very, very functional. This one I do get a little tiny bit of movement out of. We'll show that when I get to it. But all in all, it is very solid. And I did notice that it does look like it's threaded. So I'm not sure if I can spin that and tighten it up a little bit to kind of get rid of any play if there is any. The blade, obviously we have a sheep's foot style blade with a straight edge, rocky pattern on the blade, blasted finish. The geometry, it's a little thicker up here, but I mean, it's not bad. It's still very slicey. It'll work just fine. The ergos are amazing ergonomics. Very smooth though. You know, it is definitely very slick. And wow, then you have the button drop. Look at that. You have the titanium. I think this is titanium. I don't think this is brass, but titanium hole inserts. Now these are press fit, so if you wanted to get rid of them, you could. You can make the hole a little bit bigger if you wanted, I'm sure. Thumb studs, amazing. Again, it's a detent of a liner lock, so you're getting the best kind of detent. Great studs. The studs are not the stop pin. The stop pin is right there. Now you can see inside here, look at all this machining and everything. Lots of machining. Looks like gold inside there. The liner is, you know, the liner lock with the button is, man, it's just extremely, extremely well done. Love this little spot right there for my thumb. Let's look at this one. Now we got the Blue Daddy with the Damascus collar, which looks really, really cool. The rocky pattern M390 sheep's foot blade once again. Nice straight edge. Now, what is so unique about, oh yeah, this one, like I said, when you do use this one, you can push the button a little tiny bit. So it does leave a little bit of room for up and down if you press the button. But I mean, I don't really use secondary safety locks anyways, but check this out. This backspacer, you notice how there's a hole right there. Why do you think there'd be a hole? I was trying to figure it out. Well, then I just wedged my finger in these and I went, bam. That's the tool to take it apart. So you have everything you need to maintain your knife. Right here, this does the pivot. So you have the pivot tool. And you have, I don't know what this, you can maybe use this as a little wedge or something. Check this out. When I take out the backspacer on this one, isn't that amazing? Love it. You know, slip it right there, pop it down, bang. Beautiful gold backspacer with the blue. And you know, the gold with the gold, the clip, you know, works well. It's a very smooth finish. So in and out of the pocket, it is very, very smooth. The action's stupid good. Ergonomics are stupid good. The one or a couple complaints I would have if I was going to sit here and nitpick on these, I would say that the plunge grind and sharpening choil could be a little bit better. You can see the plunge grind does taper down towards the edge. So I would rather have this be separated so that I have all the room in the world to sharpen this nice long edge. The next thing is on this particular one, not this one, I would like to see this, you know, be rock solid when you open it, you know, if you're gonna push like that. But like I said before, if I spin this, I might be able to to increase the strength. I don't know, you know, that's something I'd have to figure out, you know, through working on it, you know, and stuff like that. I do notice that this one's it looks like a Zerkatai inlay, and then this one looks like a Damascus inlay. I like the Zerkatai inlay better on the right here, the yellow, because if you look, it has the grays, which really separate the blues and the pinks and the oranges and the blues. This one's just all purple and blue, so it's a little bit more difficult to see with the blue. I do not know if they did that with all of these and all of these, or if it's just a mixed match. I'm not sure, but I can see that they are two different cuts or two different styles of titanium Damascus, you guys. But the quality is amazing. The hole is not a big hole, so it is small, but once you get it, you know, you get used to it, and it's good. It does work well, as you can see. But the thumb studs are great for the reverse and thumb flick. Doesn't matter. They're both nice and grippy, well placed. They put a nice little chamfer right there for you. Slow roll's great. The sound I like too. Let's see if we can get the sound. I think it has a cool sound. I love the wave on the clip. I think it just looks really cool. You know, and this one has the same thing. You just pop that up, and this one's nice and gold. This gold, man, if you're into gold, holy cow. But what beautiful, beautiful knives. This is just a first impression, just a quick look at them. We're definitely going to be talking about these a lot more moving forward because they're just way too cool not to. Like I said, I have very little nitpicks, but I assume that anybody getting this type of knife or these particular knives, the little nitpicks I mentioned are not going to mean anything to them because this is style. It has great function, great style. The look is amazing. The craftsmanship is, you know, like 10 out of 10. You know, maybe you could say like a 9.5 out of 10 if you know, because I'm sure there's something out there, you know, that could beat or compare or whatever, you know, so I don't want to, you know, speak too ahead. But this is on the highest level of, you know, work we see in knives today, especially when we're talking about for the price that Ketuo and Reich charges for their level of craftsmanship. Are they affordable? Are they cheap? No, they're expensive, but not compared to if, you know, what you see, you know, that's similar, right, in other places. So shout out to them, man. This is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous work. And I always am fascinated, and I'm always wanting to see what they have coming next because they tend to push the limits. And that's what I love about Reich. That's what I love about Ketuo. They push the limits and they go to places where a lot of companies don't go to, and they seem like they push themselves, if that makes sense. Like they say, like, I don't know if that can be done. And they're like, well, let's find out. You know, and I love that mindset because that's just the way I am. You know, my brain totally works like that. Like if it's something I'm not capable of doing or not able to do, I do tend to try, you know, and see how it goes. And absolutely beautiful. Obviously I would recommend it. I'd recommend pretty much anything from Ketuo. I'll be honest, there's been like 3 knives that I wouldn't necessarily recommend from Ketuo, but out of the 40 or so they have, I don't even know how many, however many they have, you know, it's a pretty good average. Work hard, stay tough, till next time, peace.